I mean, but he just did use like an anglicism yesterday, so I don't know if that battle was well fought.
But I remember like watching that video because like the video where he goes like
Les enfants pensent que c'est cool.
Well, how would you say cool in French?
Les enfants vont penser que c'est vraiment amusant, époustouflant.
That's not cool. That's not cool.
Oh no, man. As a French people,
Evie, we're not gaining up.
Cool.
See, I get him. Like il se fait avoir.
Mais honnêtement, to be fair, il y a tellement d'anglicismes au Québec. Là, comme les gens vont dire, yo, t'as vu le party? Comme stuff à like, the most random words, c'est passé sur des anglicismes, honnêtement. Là.
Yeah.
Que tu le veuilles ou non. So I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Like,
that could be a debate for another episode. But just to
wrap it up.
Yeah, we can dabble with that topic. But like, I feel like it's funny to me how there's 2 universities in English.
3, because there's Bishop and that people forget about.
There's a reason why people forget about it. Okay, there's 2 universities.
You know what's funny? I didn't even know Bishop exists. I thought it was Concordia's second building. Like Yoroya.
I remember seeing Bishop. Like I remember, like, you know, there's a website where you can get like other, like your previous exams and like notes and stuff. And I remember seeing Bishop, and I was like,
what is that?
It seems like a scam.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed it's so like quiet in its own corner.
No offense.
I mean, I believe it's a school. I believe it, but like I didn't know. I didn't know until last year. I was like, wait, you have a third university?
Okay, so there's 2.5 universities.
Yes.
there's 3 universities.
Yes.
Quoi, 2 cégep en anglais?
No, there's John Abbott, Vanier, Dawson.
So 3.
3, maybe 4. I think I would say maybe 3. Again, I forget.
So 3.
Yeah.
And we're the root cause.
Yeah.
Of the English.
Yes.
Like taking over Quebec.
Yes.
Like it's a Quebec problem.
Yeah. Like we're bringing in the Anglicism in the city.
It's our fault. It's crazy to me that like that small of a percentage of like compared to like all the French sieges.
Yeah, I mean seizure.
Yeah, I had a seizure.
But yeah,
and the universities that
it's our fault. So the like solution, higher into, and I saw because of the higher tuition costs, Concordia and McGill has recorded like they were saying like for now, because you know people can still apply for the new term for until March 1st.
They had a decrease of like people.
The numbers now they're like it's an all-time low. Like they've never seen it this low. Because I mean they still have time till March 1st, but like that's what like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So I mean, and the thing is like in long term, the less people come into the school, the less money they have. So they'll for sure eventually will have to cut into services.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that will go into the other following school years, but for sure it's gonna change a lot of the.
I'm happy I'm done with school, so I don't have to deal with it.
But like, when you have kids, you know, have to think about it. You know, so when you have kids in 10 years, we'll have to figure that out. So basically 20, but actually basically 35 by the time your kids get into university.
It is what it is, you know. Like
things will be different.
I'm not against French, but it's like I don't like the fact that you're like limiting and saying that it's our fault. Because without going into crazy tangent, super going into it, but like I went to English University, English Cégep, and I know people in my entourage that share that sort of value of like losing their French like culture or whatever, but then like I would support more French artists. I would see more like we see shows from here, we see movies from here.
Yeah, exactly.
I support artists from here, and I actually go pay money to go see them live, not just listening to their music. And not only that, like some of these people like their French is worse than mine. So it's like the audacity to say that we're at fault. But I understand them wanting to defend the culture.
No, yeah, exactly. I understand for sure. It's like a beautiful language that there is here, and one of the only provinces in Canada to have like French as a leading language. But I don't know. Again, I don't know the solution of like how to help increase the French levels. I don't know all the details of that, but overall, like it feels like they're fighting hard against the English. It's more like you're either with us or against us. Like there's no like let's work together.
Yeah, it could be an easy solution. Yeah. You put any language. You put both CEGEPs and both universities. You put required language classes, and you put them at the same level, English and French. Because I remember going from French high school, going to an English CEGEP, and just seeing the drastic difference between the French exams that I had to take at CEGEP, which you assume is a higher level, they were lower than they were in high school. Like when I'm an immigrant, which barely passed my French classes, is one of the best French students in your classroom, it is a problem. So I get that. But I just feel like if you just put language classes at the same level, both in English and French, just look at high school, how English is so easy. Like, you know how to speak English. That class is like a breeze. It's like easy points. So just put language classes in both.
Yeah.
Problem fini. And then you are sure that both people have the same level of like understanding of the language.
But for sure, they're shifting. I think, and again, the only they're blaming the students for all the English in the city. They're blaming them for the housing crisis as well. We're getting another conversation once it comes.
Bro, there's other.
Yeah,
unless you're from France. Parce que tu parles français aussi.
Yeah. From Belgium, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Come here. But,
si tu viens de l'Afrique puis tu parles en français, on n'est pas trop sûr comment.
Tu viens d'Haïti, tu parles français? I'm not sure.
Tu parles français, mais j'aime pas ton accent.
Exactly. I don't understand. Turns out, French people always tell me that if you go to France, if you come to Quebec, a lot of them pretend not to understand you. They go, bitch, we're talking the same fucking language. They come, you understand? They're like, je comprends pas l'accent, apparently. Or like, even a video on TikTok with this girl was like, if you go to class with French students, they always interrupt. She was going this tangent. It was so funny. And everybody was like chipping in, like, yo, it's so true. They always do that. But again, I never went to classes with like a lot of like French students. Yeah. So I don't know, but it was just funny. I already was pitching in on TikTok. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. So
I mean, they raised the. I'm sure French immigrants raised the prices in Plateau. So I'm sure the residents of the Plateau, they're like. No more French people.
Fight the power.
Pas ce genre de français.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?